So, David, we've just been hearing about some of the G+'s previous activities and outputs and also the work programme for the coming year. What kind of impacts would you say those activities have already had on the sector?
I think it's a really interesting question. We've discussed a lot today that since the inception of G Plus in 2012, there's been a huge amount of effort and activity put in place regarding health and safety in our sector. We've pulled together the right industry players, the key stakeholders. We've worked with the OEMs, supply chain, and the key regulators as well. So we've got a fantastic baseline, and we're working to improve that. I guess some of the key areas that I could recognise today, the incident data that we capture is providing a huge amount of value, and that helps drive our work streams going forward. So anything that we identify from a theme perspective, we're taking that on board and really getting a focused approach to make sure that we deliver improvements in the right way. Safe by Design has been a phenomenal success. I think it's more about quality than quantity. The key thing is that we nail the output, but we have the right players involved during that process. And the last component really is the guidance. So we've got very key detailed guidance which looks at some of the technical challenges, some of the environmental challenges, and some of the challenges around personnel that we've put together to assist the industry. We've had some fantastic feedback from new associate members because they're not having to start from a blank piece of paper. They've got a very good reference to take forward, and I think that positions us very, very well in the international sector when we're working with new regulators and new environments with new challenges.
So I just wanted to ask you about some of the main challenges going forward from a health and safety perspective as the sector gets bigger and more global. Some of those challenges would be around people and well-being and health, and some of those will be more technical. Can you talk me through some of those?
Yeah, really great question. The occupational health and well-being aspect from a personnel perspective is huge. We're going into new sectors, further offshore, different operating regimes, and right now we don't really understand the potential impact on those individuals. So it's key that we analyse that information right now, and we have a clear solution going forward which will assist the industry as it grows in the international space. On the technical side, again, another good question. We're seeing larger turbines, higher voltage systems. The inter-array system itself will also be of a higher voltage. That's the expectation from a design perspective. That brings a whole host of challenges itself from a technical perspective. And I believe that through the network of members and associate members plus the supply chain, the solution sits within that group. And we can pull through the expertise through our existing focal groups to ensure that we deliver the right solutions for the industry.
Thank you, David.